Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Word and Worship. This is episode 9 entitled Count Your Blessings. So our word for today comes to us from Psalm 103. Let's just read the first few verses. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies you with good, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. Now I encourage you to go back and read the entire chapter of Psalm 103. It goes on to list a whole host of benefits and blessings that we receive from God. And the psalm ends by asking the angels and all of creation to bless his holy name because of his goodness to us. What an amazing piece of scripture. Now, this psalm is often categorized as one that celebrates the forgiveness of God, and that it does. But I think it also highlights the manifold reasons we have to thank the Lord and bless his holy name. You know, as humans, we're all prone to frustration and disappointment and disillusionment at some point in our lives. I mean, whether we fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, trying to keep up with the Joneses, or feeling like the grass is always greener on the other side, or just falling short of the expectations we have for ourselves, all of us have the tendency to lose sight of the blessings we actually do have and experience. I mean, take this current pandemic, for example. Many of us are patiently enduring until we can get back to some sense of normalcy, hopefully sooner than later. And others were ready yesterday, and still others of you are ready to go back the day after this whole thing started. And even the most seasoned of us who are believers and who profess to put our trust in the Lord, that he's got this and that he has a plan to work all these things together for good according to his purposes. We're probably starting to tire of even hearing some of those words and are wondering, like the psalmist, how long, O Lord? You know, I heard an interesting perspective on this whole thing. Since this pandemic is truly a globally experienced epidemic, many people are saying we're all in the same boat. But that's not exactly true. As someone else so wisely put it, we may all be in the same storm, but we are not in the same boat. So can you picture it? Someone who is already well-to-do, whose life hasn't really changed all that much beyond the social isolation we've all had to endure. They're weathering this storm as if in a private yacht with all the amenities and comforts of home. But on the other end of the spectrum are those who are floating in the water with maybe a life preserver on, or worse yet, just clinging to a piece of debris or completely treading water. Let me share some statistics with you. Okay, if you made $1,500 last year, you're in the top 20% of the world's income earners. If you have sufficient food, decent clothes, live in a house or apartment, and have a reasonably reliable means of transportation, you're among the top 15% of the world's wealthy. If you earn $25,000 or more annually, you are in the top 10% of the world's income earners. If you have any money saved, a hobby that requires some equipment or supplies, a variety of clothes in your closet, 2 cars in any condition, and live in your own home, you're in the top 5% of the world's wealthy. If you earn more than $50,000 annually, you're in the top 1% of the world's income earners. And listen to this. Most of the population of the entire world, that's 80% of them, lives on less than $10 a day. And more than a third of people on Earth live on less than $2 a day. In fact, 1.2 billion live on less than $1.25 a day. Wow. Now, I share all of this with you not to make you feel bad or ashamed, but to put things into perspective and to encourage you to ask the question, have I counted my blessings? You know, it's so easy for us to complain and grumble and see all the negative things that happen in our lives while losing total sight of every blessing that we still enjoy. If you struggle with this too, you are not alone, not at all. In fact, I would say you're probably in good company. So what do we do about it? I mean, how can we bless the Lord and forget not all his benefits, like verse 2 of today's passage tells us? We develop an attitude of gratitude. That's right. We consciously choose to recognize and switch our focus onto those things we are truly thankful for, regardless of whatever else we experience in life. So if you find this difficult or you need a simple and practical example of how to do this, I suggest this little book by Barbara Kipfer entitled 14,000 Things to Be Happy About. In it, she selected just 14,000 items out of a list of over 145,000 things she's compiled over 50 years of her life. Many of them might seem strange, quaint, or even odd to us, but each one was something that made her smile at some given point in her life, and so she wrote it down. Here are some random examples from the book. Cookies with candied cherries on top. Memories of the good things you ate in your childhood. Recovering a fumble. A newly refinished gym floor. Bifocal contact lenses. The buzz of a bumblebee. Construction paper. Old-fashioned sock monkey dolls. What your computer's desktop background says about you. Getting a really good haircut. I think all of us can appreciate that right now. A fresh idea in an artist's mind. The pure joy of the sun. And bringing beauty and meaning into others' lives. So follow her example, and no matter how trivial or mundane something seems, whether it's a concrete object, an idea, a feeling, or even an experience, if it makes you smile and feel blessed, write it down. You might just be surprised by how blessed you truly are. All right, so for today's worship, let's sing a song that comes straight out of the passage that we read today, Psalm 103. And that song is 10,000 Reasons, or Bless the Lord by Jonas Myrin and Matt Redman. And if you ever thought that 10,000 Reasons was difficult to come up with, remember that we just saw Barbara Kipfer came up with over 145,000 reasons to be happy in life. As always, feel free to sing along if you know the song. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship Your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship Your holy name. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all Your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. So bless the Lord, oh my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship Your holy name. And on that day is failing, the end draws near, and my time has come. Still my soul will sing your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. Worship your holy name. Lord, I worship your holy name. All right, as always, I hope that that word and worship was a blessing to you today, and I hope that it encourages you to count your own blessings. As always, thank you guys so much for liking this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that little notification bell so that you are notified when new content comes out each week. Feel free to share this with other people. Leave a comment below. I would love to say hello to you guys. And until next time, God bless.